Hi everyone, Sandra Vail here at Homesteading Ways, and I have gotten more than a couple of questions on how do I start my fire when the wood burner's cold, because it often is cold when Paula and I are gone for more than a day or so at a time, and so when we come home we have to start it all fresh. And that can take a little while, so that's when we usually will also put on our propane heater. But I thought, why not show you guys today how I start the fire when it's cold. So the first thing I do when we get home is I clear out most of the ash. I do leave some in there though, because it acts as like an insulator. If you clear out all of the ash, it'll take even longer for you to get your fire started. So then the first thing I do is I put some form of paper in there, and this is ripped up paper bag. When I go shopping, I try to get paper for this reason. I mean, not only for this reason, but it really helps to do that. And I just kind of layer a little bit of it in there, because you really need something to get it going. So there, we'll put that in there. Okay, then I'm going to add something like this. It's you can use whatever you want. This is like a piece of cardboard egg carton. And I'm going to set that on top of the paper. And then inside the paper I'm going to put this. This is a piece of a fire starter. This is from Duraflame sticks. They recommend more than this, but I found that this size works just fine. And then I'm going to start doing my kindling. I have a few bigger pieces, but they're really dry, so that works out fine. The drier your kindling, the better off you are. And you don't want it too big, but if you do have some pieces that are, you know, a couple of years old, really dried out, then that'll work just fine. So you get that going in there. And make sure your damper is all the way open. You really need that to be open. You'll get smoke all in here if it's not open. So then when you got that, you're going to just get in here and try and get that paper lit in a couple of spots. And that can be really tricky. And that's why sometimes it'll take a little while for your fire to get started. So I got one, but I need to get a few more areas here. And what you need now is you need air. The air is going to get this fire going for you. So you don't want to close your door, and you certainly don't want to close your damper. So while this gets started, you're going to have to keep an eye on it, because it may make itself out. And you can swing the door a little bit closed, you know, so nothing pops out. But not all the way closed, not at this stage. So, you know, restrict the airflow a little bit, you know, by half shutting the door. Keep an eye on it. And if you need to, relight it. Okay, it has literally been just 2 minutes. And it's going good, as you can see here. So I'm not worried that this is going to go out. So I'm going to put one smaller piece here, really dry, good wood. And then I'm still going to add just a couple more pieces of kindling, just to kind of keep it going. As you can see, it's really been cleaned out of the ash, so I want to make sure there's enough going in here. And after a couple more minutes, if it's catching this real well and going really well, then I will start to close the damper a little bit. Now, I can't tell you exactly how to do your damper. Everybody's is different. It's kind of an art form trying to figure out the sweet spot of your damper. But you'll know as you keep fiddling around with it just exactly how much air you need in here to keep your fire going and to get some good embers. And it does look like, you know, it's catching really good there. And this is going to be a nice looking fire. So I'm gonna shut this door, not all the way. I'm still gonna leave it cracked a little bit, just for maybe 5 more minutes. I just want to make 100% sure that that's going well, and then I will shut this door and I will work on my damper. But anyhow, that is how I get a fire going in my cold wood burner. So I hope, you know, it was informative to you. I hope you know, it taught you a little something or helped you out a little bit if you got a wood burner yourself and maybe you're new to doing this. Anyhow, if you did like the video, please thumbs up it. That'd be great of you. Remember to catch Paul's new coin collecting series every Tuesday for the next 6 weeks. It's really a fun and inexpensive hobby to get into. Great for you, kids, grandkids. Go ahead and check it out. I'll put a link up in the card and down in the description as well, so you can check that out. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, that would be awesome. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We'd love to see you there. It was nice talking to you. And you take care.